What is up, you guys? Just me at the house today. Kind of gonna hopefully be a shorter day today. Ethan and I stopped by for a little bit yesterday just to finish loading up some stuff in the dumpster that was loose around the house. My goal for today is to actually reframe that window right there. I busted it from the inside when we were demoing the other day. So now I'm gonna try and take it out and build a new frame for it. I helped my dad reframe the one that went in the other side of the kitchen, the newer one that is a bit smaller so we can run countertops underneath. And I was paying attention to what he was doing, but I'm not 100% sure if I remember all the steps. So we're gonna try and figure that out today. And if I don't, I might get a couple of other projects done while I'm here, but not gonna be here for too long. It's supposed to be a little on the cooler side today, and they are supposed to be picking up the dumpster today. So hopefully all of that stuff gets done, and then I'll be out of here. All right, y'all, I got the easy part done, which is clearing out the window. They hodgepodge this stuff together like no other, like just a bunch of random 2x4s, random pieces of wood. They left the old pulleys in the windowsill, like you can see right here. These were the old pulleys from like the old windows. So when they replaced the windows, they didn't even take out all of the old pieces, which just blows my mind. So right now we've got a gaping hole in the back of the house. It will be filled in, I promise. But I'm gonna work on building the frame and resetting the window back into its new frame so that way it can go back in. After much trial and error, I was able to build a new window frame that will go into it. Our rough opening's not big enough for a bottom support, so we'll just be able to caulk along the bottom windowsill. But I kind of had to hodgepodge some 2x8s together on both sides to be able to create this new frame. There is a piece right here where you see this gap. You can see there's one actually right here, but this is just such a weird opening that I had to put this in, but that's on the outside. So then when we drywall, we'll just drywall over that so you won't even see that it's there. Ethan and I will come back later to actually lift this and put it in the hole because I'm strong, guys, but I am not that strong. So that will be back in action later today. Alright guys, I am wrapping up for today. I'm trying to keep it short on days that I'm here by myself. One, because I don't like being here by myself, and it just makes it feel a little bit more manageable when I can do just one task at a time and I don't have like an overwhelming list. So today I got all of the 2x4s put up on the beam so you can see it's a little bit more flush to that ductwork support. My dad will go in and screw that all in there at a later date. I don't want to mess with it. And then I was here because our dishwasher got delivered today. It gets to hang out in the kitchen accessories hall of waiting. Appliances, that's what I was looking for, accessories. And then a big storm rolled in while I was here, so I literally had one light to work off of because it got so dark outside. So I kind of just swept up a little bit, organized a little bit of wood, ran the shop back once the storm had passed and I could see. But now I'm all wrapped up for the day. Hey guys, I am home this weekend for Father's Day, and I wanted to quickly show you what my dad's been working on when he hasn't been here at the house. We decided to make all of the kitchen cabinets that are going into the kitchen, so my dad's been working on them basically when he's here during the week, and I wanted to give you a sneak peek of what those look like before we actually install them into the kitchen. So here are two pieces for the island. We are doing black cabinetry, so they'll sit like this. They're not perfectly set up right now, but they'll sit back to back, and then the countertop will run over top of it. This is the sink piece, so there'll be doors on, you know, one side here, and then the sink will sit here. And then he has already started to work on, and you can tell my mom started to paint some of the wall cabinets, and then he's got some other pieces cut back here. Right now he was working on cutting some corner supports just to put right here, and then to support for the countertops because they are coming, I think, the second week of July to measure for the countertops, and then they'll come back and install those in mid July. Hello friends, just got to the house on this Monday. Here to do a little bit of work. Hopefully, well, the main thing I want to get done today is drill in the kitchen for the electrical so that my dad can do that pretty much right away so we can finish drywall. Cabinetry should be going in this weekend, but before I can do any work, I actually have to unload my car. While I was home yesterday, I picked up a bunch of my teaching stuff that I was storing at my parents' house because we just don't have space in our apartment. And I'm gonna load it upstairs into one of the closets just so it's out of the way until I can move into my classroom. But I got full back here, and then my trunk has some other stuff in there as well. So I'm gonna do that first before I get started on any kind of work. All right, y'all, taking a little bit of a break. I started drilling and then the battery on the drill died. Right as it died, I realized that I had been using it in reverse the whole time, which was explaining why I was getting so frustrated and was making no progress drilling through the beam. So that was charging. I finished demoing the wall upstairs. In the bathroom, just that little right-hand side on the other side of the doorway, taking down the plaster and the lath, putting that into the trash can, and then just cleaning up. So I'm taking a little break. Plenty dirty already, but once my break is over, I'm going to get back to drilling those holes for the electric. I swear, you guys, I always come on the days it's supposed to rain. You can tell just how dark it is in here because we don't have any electric. That's actually what I was working on before this nice storm rolled in. You can hear the thunder and see the rain coming on the window. Hopefully it passes quickly so that way I can get back to work. Right now I'm working on drilling the holes. You really can't see, but I'm basically just sticking a long bit through the hole that we drilled for the can light into a beam so that way we can run the wires through the beam and connect all of the can lights to each other. So right now I'm just finding all of, I guess they're joists, not beams, and drilling a hole through it. But once again, the battery on my impact drill died because it's doing a lot of work to drill through the wood with the bit. So, but it's working much better now that I'm working in forward, but that's what I'm working on. So I'm kind of just taking a moment to sweep, cool off a little bit while I wait for this rain to pass and that battery to charge. I've got 2 more left that I need to do, and then I'll be wrapping up for the day. On this day, Ethan and I just came and ran some electric through those holes that I had drilled through the joists on the day before, all the way to the end. Then we're going to have to run wire down along the end joist into the switch that's hidden right here so we have light for the cans. Main priority this weekend was filling in the moats. We used furring strips as basically our subfloor to branch from the kitchen into the dining room because the kitchen does not have any subfloor, so that way we can lay the oak pieces that we got on top and across. Filling the moat, we got a small gap that we're going to have to fill with an oak strip that my dad is going to cut down to size. He also had to use his diamond saw on the window to make that window sit in flush. Yes, we are still struggling to get that window into place. Jan.
There's leaning a lot in general.
Yep, so just wiring some cans, attaching some wires, pan around and see what else we've done today.
You can see we drilled holes to put the can lights in, took the original ceiling light off. These are cans for holes for pendant lights that will go over our 10-foot island. Dad's cabinets that he made have arrived and delivered to be installed, and working on the moat, as we call it, with the wood.
What?
I was able to finish getting all of the can lights put into place up on the ceiling. They are in there nice and snug. We did finish filling the moat. As my mom said, we did have to add a couple more pieces, taking out a few of the original pieces, and my dad, Ethan, and I worked on getting all of the electric hooked up for the switches for the kitchen light, the pendants, and all of that stuff. We had to run a lot of stuff through the walls. We had to chop out a piece of the floor upstairs in one of the closets, but we were able to get all of the electric hanging out.
Last day of the month of June. I'm here at the house by myself today just because it's Wednesday. Everybody else is at home in Springfield, or Ethan's working his actual job. Just trying to get some stuff done here when I have the time. You can tell that the kitchen doesn't have anything in it. I've been working on scraping the ceiling and some drywall, so I'll turn the camera around, show you what I've been working on. Hopefully we finish this week with this stuff, and then my mom and I will start mudding and taping the drywall, and then hopefully start working on the floors.
I only got half of the ceiling scraped. You can see the difference in the texture here. Made a couple of boo-boos. Scraping the ceilings is super, super tedious, but I will come back and I will finish on another day. And then my back was bothering me, so I started to work on finishing up the drywall on this side. Since we have all of the electric taken care of, I was able to drywall, and then I was able to start drywalling in the hallway. I had to place some furring strips down first, then put the drywall on top, but we are out of drywall, so I gotta wait until we get some more.